Bank Holiday Monday and it's an absolutely lovely day, and it's the day after the PP treatment, so I'm going to spin you around, get in my pew and show you what's going on. It's very quiet out here today, which I'm quite surprised about, which is really nice. I'm going to make the most of it. It's Bank Holiday Monday. I'm going to go to the gym today, have an hour and a half in the gym, and I thought I'd give you a catch up on this week's first video of the pond. So PP went in quite a higher dose. The fish are looking marvellous, and look at that. I put some hydrogen peroxide in last night, used the rest of that, and as you can see, the water is absolutely beautifully clear after the hoovering it out yesterday and PP treatment. Got some DOC still from the actual shower, which I've turned down now to about 60%. It was on 100%, it's now on 60, and that will be on now for the summer, and then in winter I turn it right down. So now it's just a case of watching them, seeing what they're doing, feeding them sparingly. That Matsuba there, I cleaned the top of it yesterday, got it in a bowl and cleaned the top of it, so I have to keep an eye on that, keep getting it out every couple of weeks and putting some anti-bac on it, keep it topped up and clean, and hopefully that will recover this year. If you look at the butterfly coil up, if you look at the actual side fins, they look, you know, look at it. That's the thing I don't like about it. I think it is a bit cruel, and that's probably why a lot of people don't like them, because yeah, they're nice wavery fins, but you know, it seems to put a bit of strain on them. So yeah, that's one reason. But anyway, when they're nice, like 60, 70 cm, they look marvellous, don't they, with the lovely fins. But anyway, it's in there, it seems happy enough, so as long as it seems happy enough. There's the koi in question, the sanke. It seems a lot happier today, look, moving around a lot better. So what I will do, it's now Sunday, I think Wednesday evening, because it's my day off from the gym. I will come in from work, I will dump the filters, give the mechanical filter the brushes all a good clean, and I will get the cactually out again, and I will get the PP back in and do another dose. So I'm going to have a second dose of PP, and then hopefully that'll be the trick done and dusted. But they're looking happy. So yeah, there's that one now. Look at the head pattern on that. Look at that, love it. It's a coda shower. Now the sumi's gone down, it was deeper than that. Oh, because it's spring, because I've PP'd, got to slowly get the food going in, let the filter bacteria mature with the level of food going in. So as more food you put in, you should be in line with the bacteria in the pond. Otherwise you're going to get ammonia spikes, nitrite, and if it's worse than that, you're going to have a nightmare getting rid of it and having water changes and all sorts of stuff. So go really slow and steady. And then there should be a time where you can actually max out, and then once you do max out, you'll have the same problem, because you can only put the amount of food in that your filters can deal with. Okay, so always keep that in mind. So they are well happy. Things are a lot cleaner as well. Do you know what, I was in the mind when I first started ponding the first couple of years, because I got first into it that first season, because I acquired some fish. I got parasite, I had chilo, costia and fluke, all three of the buggers, and I treated with PP twice and 100% prosy, sorted all three out. Not a problem since until now, and it's been about, is it my 8th year koi keeping? I think it's my 8th year now, around about that. I have to have a look. The things are looking a lot better. I've still got a bit of a solution in here, I don't know whether it's still, yeah, There you go, look, still a load of purple solution in there, PP, so I'll save that for Wednesday. Look at that, how red that is. So yeah, I'll save that. That's technically what you're getting in those 1 litre bottles. You're getting a solution already made up, probably from powder, but they're making it into a liquid. Well, that's powder form, and I've made it into a liquid. So I will dump that in the pond first and go up to where I need it. Yeah, happy days. The pond is looking loads cleaner after the Hoover. So hopefully that gives everything a right good kickstart now. Thank God I didn't find fluke. I'm not saying I won't do yet, because I might do, but if I do, at least I've treated for everything else. And what you do for fluke, you treat with PP first, or another product, to strip some of the mucus scrape, so the treatment can actually get to, if you use Lernox Pro for example, or praziquantel, that can get to the fluke easier without them being protected within the mucus on the koi. So yeah, bloody marvellous, and the aces are looking ace. Got my shade netting back on now, that's all hooked up. So if you have a chago in your pond and get one that's feeding like this or comes to your hand, then the rest just gain a lot more confidence as well. You're going to have no problems feeding them. That's my Teddy. See what he's doing. Excuse me, Teddy. What are you doing? He's heard voices protecting us. I got that off eBay. It's a circle on it, fitted. For some reason on that shell there's a round piece of plastic on there as well. I don't know, just for show I think. So I got that and stuck it on, and it like reflects different colours. It's like got a shimmy of red look at the top. You can just see at the top, it's like got sparkles in it. Quite a nice thing. It looks better with the sun on it. If you get a different angle, look like this angle now. Beautiful, lovely little red shimmer in there. So yeah, this is 4 foot. You can see right to the bottom drain. Here's the bottom drain, look. Looks like there's a little bit of a stone chipping on top of the bottom drain there. Yeah, I'm happy with how clean it is. There's normally a lot more sediment in. So it's absolutely bang on. And that's probably why my PP did so well. Happy days. So yeah, filter will get a good clean out. And then PP going in again. And then just chill out that night. Just potter around the pond, keep an eye on them, have the hydrogen peroxide in tow. So I know now what my pond can typically deal with how much load was in there, because I measured the PP out, so I know now. So in the future I could push the boundaries more if I wanted to, so this treatment is stronger, so it's more effective. But then there will be a point, a tipping scale, where you've got the PP in the pond and the oxygen level meet is not saturated enough, so the oxygen's depleted in the pond, and then that's where they start to struggle, because PP, it oxidizes anything organic, it oxidizes it, so it reduces the oxygen as well in the actual pond, and that's where fish can struggle. So if you do ever get a fish gasp or anything like that, it's not dead, the PP isn't actually killed it, it's just that it's been depleted of oxygen, so it can actually, it is slowly killing it. So at that point in time you've got to get some fresh water in, get the PP out of the system, or neutralise it with hydrogen peroxide, that's the only way, or get them out, remove them from the pond into oxygen rich water. Okay? What a beautiful day. just come into the indoor pond to see if there's any dramas. They're looking good. This is about to feed. It's on the red part where it will start feeding in the window. So it's coming up to a feeding window, and it feeds for 4 hours, just trickles feeding over a period of 4 hours. They had their feed at 9 o'clock and they're looking good. Let's have a look at this one while it's up. That's the one that I'm worried about. It's looking better, I've got to say. So the Virkon treatment, daily treatment's done now. Just next weekend we'll get a treatment, weekend after get a treatment, weekend after that, course of a month, then first week of June I'm done, leave them to it. Let everything just develop, should be a-okay. So everything's good, they got fed about an hour and a half ago, so what I'm in, because you bloody have to, don't you? I've got to sort my food out today. I'm stopping. It's on 19 degrees. I'm going to switch to growth now. So I'm going to get that balance out of there. And get them on the growth, because I don't want any of that remaining over winter, because I could seal some up in a sealed bag, because it is well in date. I don't know what the date was on it. Got 2025 on there, A21 2025, November. I don't know whether that's its use by date, but if it is, I've got plenty of time on it, so I could technically got some Ziploc bags, stuff like that, put them in there, then put them in another bag, double bag them, seal it, and then save some. So yeah, I will see. I've actually got some sake colour coming, so I'm going to give them some time and then mix some sake colour into it as well. It'll probably be, say if that was 100% growth, I'd probably mix half to a quarter growth in with it. So look at that, Trichodina, Jasminoides, jasmine. Look at that this year in here, absolutely marvellous. I got one of them because when I went to Skiathos, not last year, year before, they had one of them down in the marina. When you walk between one part to the marina to where the airport is, there's a stretch, I can't remember what the road's called, and on the left hand side there's an absolute massive one of these all the way down, and the scent was just incredible. So I just wanted one of them to put in here. I've had them before and they've never grown very well, but this one has. So I've got a really good size, and it's doing absolutely brilliant in here. But look at this, look how these are kicked off. Look at that, beautiful. Look, you get like the white sort of hairs which get the bugs on there, look, you see it, and then you get the pink on this one, the red on this one. If you look, the flowers actually mirror the colour of the furry bits. Incredible, look at that, look at the detail in that flower, look at that, bloody amazing, incredible. And these are just kicking off as well. I think this needs a bit more sun with the looks of it, because if they're a bit floppy, apparently it needs more sun. I've not looked into it, but they are a bit flop. So yeah, what an absolute time of year, isn't it? It's just, flowers are coming, these can go outside soon. The canna lilies are flat, good flower buds, look, it's in here. The citrus is in flower. It has been in flower for a few months, the odd flower, but then it's just done a load of flowers, just going over, look, flowers in there. I've got more fruit this year, look, got a lemon coming there, just took one off, got another one there coming, another one there, that's 3, another one there. I've had to self-pollinate them. You can self-pollinate citrus, so if you get a citrus, guys, I know we're going on to plants now and I'm sort of brains going somewhere else. If you get a brush or get another flower like that one, if you're not getting no fruit off a citrus, like a lemon tree like this, you get a brush and go from one to the other, and you're self-pollinating. So you're putting pollen from one to another, pollinating it. Do you see the yellow? There's the yellow. You've got to get the yellow into the centre. So, well, I suppose you could just knock them a bit, but I just like to brush them just to make sure and just get in there like that with a brush. And I'll just take the old flower off. So I'll grab something like that, look, and just keep going round like this. Yeah, baby. So you're actually simulating nature, aren't you? Sexual organs and all that. Oh dear, she cried. There you go, baby. Take that. There you go, and you can see it in there, look. That's where it... There you go, and that's that. So let's see if I get a fruit on there. So yeah, what a lovely time of year. I've gifted this time of year, it makes you feel better. So back up there with a cup of tea. I've come down to get some RO water for my marine tank, for my top off on there. Gonna grab a brew, sit by the side of the pond, and at the end of this video will be Wednesday, and I'm going to conclude this week's video with the second treatment of the PP, and we'll see how they go. So we'll follow the treatment all the way through from the first to the second treatment and see how the fish are, so you can see it actually as it is. Okay, thanks for watching, see you on Wednesday. It's Thursday the 9th, and to conclude this week's video, the second PP treatment has been in. It's been an absolute scorcher today. I've been at work, but it's been easily 20 degrees. I'll spin you around, and as you can see, I've not PP'd. It's now Thursday. I PP'd this last night, the second treatment. Got it up to 550 MV, and as you can see, the water is still a rusty coloured looking, and that's because I didn't neutralise the PP. If you look at the air bubbles, there is like a rusty type of colour, and that is because it hasn't been neutralised. So you see the discoloration, like a yellowy brown tint, but they're looking a lot happier this time. The PP, I've got this lid that had a load of algae on it, so I've got some more PP. I might, just to clarify the water, it just makes it sparkle when you put it in. It really does. Those fish will be white, so I will do that, and you'll see it, the difference, by the next video. I ought to probably show you on camera, but I've got a new new lawnmower coming. Treated myself last night, but I wanted to show you this, the difference. That pond up there is about 13 degrees, outdoor pond. This one, it's been locked up today. I've just come out and it's absolutely scorching in here. Look at that. So it's currently 31.8 degrees in here, which is too hot for these plants really, but because it has been really hot here in Nottingham today, I bet it's been 20 degrees. The fish are looking absolutely great, and I've got to be careful because I've got them on the growth now, and they're going absolutely mad for it. Every time I put some food in, they're absolutely smashing it like that. Look at them. And just so that's about the fourth feed I've had today. 2 from the feeder still, and 2 I've done myself manually like that, and they'll have that gone within, if you look at that, how quick that will go down. I had to clean the fucking Easy Pod again this morning. I had to drop it and just get the sides of clean hose down. And then if you look at this, look at the water temperature. It's touched 25 degrees today. 25 degrees. That's a good 12 degrees difference to the one down there. Unbelievable. And it's still at 25. So what I've now done, it hit 22 yesterday. So I set the controller to kick in power to the mini air source heat pump 1 degree lower than what it reached naturally. Today it reached 25, and I want this to be maintaining over summer from now if possible. So as long as I can push it for 5 months if possible, 6 months if absolutely possible would be great. So I've set this to 24 now, so this won't kick power to the air source heat pump, the mini air source heat pump, until it drops to 24 degrees. In fact, it'll be 20, it kicks in at 0.2 difference, so it's got to be 24.2. That'll kick in. I think it's something like that. But yeah, it's absolutely scorching in here. So it really has, or really is, kicking off. Absolutely mega. Look at it, that food's gone. It's took. Is there any left? Can't see any. Is there one pellet there? I don't know. No, it's a bubble. That's it, it's gone. And they're still asking for more. But I've got to be careful, because if I go too fast, I get an ammonia spike, the temperature's higher, and then if we look at the manky sanky chart, the higher the temperature and the higher the pH, the less tolerance there is. So if it was 8.5 and 30 degrees water temperature, the permissible free ammonia can't exceed 0.09, and that is a small margin. And then the closer you get to 7 and 10 degrees, it's 10.5. Now I've never been anywhere near 10 ammonia, that's just ridiculous. The highest I've been is about 0.4, around this region, around there. So yeah, I've got to watch that, because if I hit it hard and it's 0.4 and it's the pH says 8.5 there, 8.5 at 24 degrees, 0.14, 0.14, that's all. Yeah, saying 8 now, or 8.2. And look, at 8.2, 24 would be 0.26 as opposed to 0.14. So the lower your pH, the better. I would love my pH to be around 7.1, because then at 24 degrees, the permissible amount of free ammonia, while your filters are cycling or if they're crashed and recovering, you could actually allow 3 without that being toxic to the fish. But as soon as, if you were to then, and this is where it can get dangerous, if you're maintaining that and you don't know about this and your ammonia is 3 at 24 degrees, it's technically not toxic. But if you then go and suddenly change it and go and whack some bicarb in, and you keep upping this and your pH rises, your temperature stays the same. Let's take it the temperature stays the same, but your pH rises, and you keep pouring bicarb in to raise your KH, you're probably going to plateau out around about 8, 1, 2, 3 and 4. The maximum it can go is 8.4 with bicarb. So then all of a sudden your permissible of that is only 0.147, so you've gone from not being toxic to being toxic. Crazy. So, on that note, hope you've liked this video this week. Hit the like button, hit the thumbs down button if you haven't. Got some good stuff coming up. Hope it's going to be a great growing summer. I've got a question for you. I've got a koi at Koi Wholesale, a Saki Fish Farm Tancho Sanke. They sold 10 and I was one that got one of them. Shall I grow it myself in this pond, or if I get the opportunity, leave it at Koi Wholesale and allow Ricky to grow it in one of his ponds? But it costs me. It's going to cost about 160, 70 quid I think, 180 quid maximum I think. So at the minute we don't know what's happening yet, so I don't know, but just what do you think? Just a bit of interest. Put your comments in there if you've got this far. What would you do? Grow it yourself, or leave it at Koi sale and then get it delivered, or pick it up at the next event or something like that? Because a lot of people like the challenge of growing it and seeing how big they can grow it. And now I'm on the Saki growth. I've got some colour coming, so I'm going to mix 25-30% colour in, and then they're going to get that all summer. And then what's left of the balance, that's going to kick in towards the end of summer when it cools down again. Gets below, as soon as it drops below 18 degrees, God forbid, God, we don't want that to come yet, but when it does, back on the balance that I've got left, and that's it, back on the balance again for until I drop down to 12 again and just keep feeding them that. So what would you do, or what shall I do? Shall I get that koi, or would it, you know, be a detriment to it mixed in with these bigger fish fighting for the fish? Because these are all a very similar size, look, as you can see. So so a smaller fish, if say at 20 centimeters, I expect to be about 20 centimeters now. With these fish, is it going to get enough food when it's got to fight against these every day? Answers on a postcard. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. These are happy as a pig in shit, them in there. See you on the next one.